Like, we focus on gameplay for this event, and you know, they come in with very fresh perspectives of 23, right? So they've been
as the regular season continues, Smitty, what's it like on those long road trips?
You know, Kevin, it can really wear on you, especially physically. And then being away from home for so long, that's not great. But on the positive side, the lengthy road trips are a chance to bond with your teammates.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. You've got Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Murphy in at the four-man position. Now here's Ingram. To the middle, here's Valanciunas. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
Here's O'Connor, takes the elbow jumper and drains it. New Orleans with the ball. It's a three-point game. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
A little bit ago, Willie Green and I were able to chat. Now, they lost the first game against this team, but the coach said he's not worried. Thinks they just have to rely on their offense a little more. He told me, look, the first time didn't go the way we liked, but I still think we can score against these guys. We have to keep the ball moving, and then we have to finish strong. They're trying to even up the season series at 1, Kevin. See how they do it. Back to you.
All right, David, we'll see if their strategy will pay off. Greg, centering their efforts now on generating points.
Yeah, and I can understand what they're trying to do here. Come out of the gates with some heat.
And it forces your opponent's best scorers to expend energy at the defensive end. Makes the strategy a win-win.
Now here's Ingram. He had 25 points last game. It's good on the putback.
Lose track of Valanciunas, he'll sneak right in there and punish you with the putback dunk.
Doncic looking it over. Wood against Valanciunas. Yep, that one goes.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Such an effective playmaker. You gotta be impressed with CJ's ability to hit open teammates.
After spending almost a decade in Portland, McCollum has adjusted well to playing in his new surroundings.
You know, GA, he's a fantastic player when he's out on the floor. Missed a lot of games over the last 3 years. But when he's feeling right, he is a nightmare to defend.
Here's Ingram after the made shot from Christian Wood. Here's O'Connor. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pelicans trail by 6. Cullen passes to Ingram. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And Valanciunas kicks to Ingram. And the Pelicans miss again.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Doncic score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And you knew things were going south for Irving and the Nets when they couldn't agree on a contract. He was eventually traded and is a big talent boost for this team. Kyrie still has all the talent in the world, even if it comes with some risk.
The Mavericks will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Daniel. And here's Murphy. Now here's Ingram. He's guarded by O'Connor. Here's Valanciunas. It's hauled in by Wood. Mavericks leading by 8. So for New Orleans right now, you've got C.J. McCollum. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Daniels in at the 2 spot.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And continuing to press their advantage, they're not taking their foot off the gas.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in the last game against Boston put on a show. He scored 22 points, and he added a few assists as he was able to set up his teammates for good looks. It was another strong showing for him in what has quickly become a habit. Back to you, Kevin.
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
And I'm sure Coach is hoping for that as well, but every night's different. Who knows, maybe someone else will have to step up this time.
Here's McCollum after the made shot from O'Connor. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lays it in off the breakaway. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
The anticipation of Kyrie steals it away, kicks off the fast break.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
Dallas leading by 14. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
And the Mavericks with possession here after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Good, nice job down low. Ingram's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is just a case of Brandon Ingram getting stronger and more able to play through contact.
From 11 feet away, again the Mavericks score.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pelicans trail by 15. Cullen passes to Daniels. Back to McCollum. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's O'Connor. It doesn't go for him. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
You know, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match.
So it's Dallas with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding.
The Pelicans, 32.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Irving is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Big Daddy. And it's Bullock in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years. Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs, it's all about finding the right fit for the role players.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you could see them look a lot like the Harden era Rockets.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Doncic against McCollum. Count that one.
In close, CJ with the teardrop.
And the burst of quickness on display with the Mobile One drive.
And they might be down big, but you love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
Here's O'Connor. Again, the Mavericks score.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And it's Ingram missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
For New Orleans, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker with the break. For 3, Ingram. Bullock with the rebound.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Back to Doncic. Bullock passes to O'Connor. Sinks that one from the post. O'Connor's got 8 here in the quarter. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Ingram outside. Back to McCollum. Shoots it. They get the rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal foul.
That one goes on Wood.
I tell you what, he earned his money
Shooting
on that
for
foul.
New Orleans, Trey Murphy.
Shooting 2.
At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. Steve, last season the Pelicans showed signs of progress over previous years.
Well, Kevin, securing their highest finish in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely call that solid progress. And I think this team could be on track to only get better.
Mavericks making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Jackson Hayes comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Jones subbed in for Daniels. Cullen passes to Jones. Now here is Murphy. He's guarded by O'Connor. And the shot goes in. Jones has got 5 now.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Doncic kicks to Irving. And there's 1:45 left to play in the third. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They're going to have a nice little
First
run
personal
here.
foul.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. JaVale McGee's checked in for Wood. Dwight Powell comes in. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Daniels in at the 1 spot. Passes it to Ingram. We talk about players, Steve, we talk about coaches and GMs, but not too much about owners and their effect on the game and the organization.
Kevin, the owners for me are A1. It starts from the top. They're the ones who hire the team president, GMs, and coaches. And certainly, there's some teams who have some great owners.
The Pelicans shooting about 42% so far. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To the paint. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Mavericks leading by 23. And Doncic, here we go. The pass to Wood. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The coast-to-coast dunk.
love the recognition, realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Doncic passes to O'Connor, the 11-footer, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 20 points for Big Daddy. Ingram outside. Pass to Daniels. It's Jones on the way. Guarded by Doncic. Out to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Plays it up and banks it in.
I like the attack mindset. Ingram not content to stand out on the perimeter.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Basket good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Daniels. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Look at the concentration from Valanciunas on that play. Takes the foul and still finishes the play.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Mavericks?
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible. And so far, they've been super successful using this attack.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. That they're having no problem finding shots in that area.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
I love the toughness from Jonas Valanciunas, and he is lighting it up tonight.
Outside Irving. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's O'Connor. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And now 24 points for Big Daddy.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. McCollum, no good. And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense, but he can also freeze a defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. That shot off. Nice D from Doncic. Dallas leading by 22. Outside Irving. Back to Doncic. Takes it from 10. Jump shot is good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Big Daddy.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
That one good for 2.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Ingram outside from deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
11 feet away, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
This is the time of the season when some teams start to transform, for better or for worse, Brent.
Yeah, we either see some clicking or we see some tricking, BA. And you certainly don't want to be on the side of being tricked into think your team is good and it's really struggling. So general managers are really starting to take notice of what might need to get done in order for your team to stay competitive.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. They've got Reggie Bullock, Kyrie Irving out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Christian Wood, and it's Big Daddy in at the 3. Now here's Giddey. Dort for 3. Wood grabs the board. Here's O'Connor. Williams defending. O'Connor, that's good. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. The shot by Dort, no good. And it's Doncic on the drive, and good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
And Kyrie with that feel, man, it's so special, impressive. Finds a teammate, that's a direct dime.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Now here's Dort. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And when Dort's out there, Grant, he really gives this team a physical presence.
Oh, I like this guy, B.A. I mean, very strong, very aggressive at both ends. He makes a lot of hustle plays. Seems like every successful team has one or two of those guys like him.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Giddey.
Man, he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Off target from three-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he makes it on the layup.
SGA on the inside, a nice finish and a strong one.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Doncic passes to Wood. Here's O'Connor. Dort defending. Here's Bullock. Pass to Doncic. Takes the 3. And it's Giddy with a rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. No! They're unable to get the tying basket there. Irving for 3. Sinks the tray.
And it takes a bit of pressure off Kyrie when someone else creates for him.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. It's Giddy on the wing. Pass to Dort. Takes a 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And the shot's good by Irving.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Dort, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Oklahoma City trailing.
You know, it's really hard going through a rebuilding phase, but the Thunder have been at it for a while, and they're trying to find the right collection of talent to finally plant a flag in the ground and move forward.
Pass to O'Connor. Over Giddy. O'Connor can't hit.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Now here's Dort. 17 points in his last outing.
Luguentz Dort continues to find ways to impress you and expand his offensive game, but he knows he's coming to the league as a defender, and he takes a tremendous amount of pride in it.
That's good from Dort. A different look for Oklahoma City. Šarić checks in for Pokashevsky. Holmgren comes in for Williams. And Joe subbed in for Giddy. Deciding to change it up. On the court right now for Dallas. They've got Kyrie Irving, Christian Wood out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Big Daddy in at the small forward position. This OKC roster does have some excellent building blocks to work with.
There's no doubt, BA, and I think what they're relying on is that they've got hard-working players that want to improve, and that kind of feeds the environment around here. That's going to elevate everyone's play.
Irving against Giddy. Irving, the pass to Wood. Releases from 15. O'Connor can't hit.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 points for him. And that one drops.
That's impressive stuff from Giddy, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
Outside Irving. Doncic outside. O'Connor. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. 6 points for him. The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. To the middle. Oh, deflected. Kleber with a steal. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Irving, that's good. And now a 9-point Maverick lead.
Kyrie just has nasty grips on that basketball. Cuts through the defense that time.
Going all in. That was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
Yeah, he's clearly not satisfied with the lead they have. Took it to the rack. It would not be denied.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His last outing, he had 20. And that one's good. Giddy.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me. And I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just another one in that long line of Kentucky Wildcats coming into the NBA that has carved out a pretty nice career so far in the league.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Outside, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pokashevsky in the post. Woods is there. Shot clock at 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points in the game. It has been fantastic watching Gilgeous-Alexander continue to improve.
And I love BA also, along with his improvement, what we've seen in terms of his leadership and responsibility to this team. He shows a very strong work ethic, and this is why a lot of people are still excited about his growth and progress.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Pass to O'Connor. Over Williams. O'Connor, that's good. Give him 8 points now. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Now a timeout call by Oklahoma City. Defeated by Washington in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
That comeback they mounted in the fourth quarter looked so promising. I thought for sure they'd pull it off. It just didn't happen.
So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Saric. So it's Dallas. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back after this word. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
They've got Alexei Pokashevsky. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Lou Dort, and it's Williams in at the power forward. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
For BA, I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Mavericks this season trying to build a title contender around Luka Doncic, but not a lot of luxury tax wiggle room. Luka said, quote, "I trust them. Whatever move they make, I have great teammates and we're playing great basketball." Ryan?
Well, no one wants to see Luka in the playoffs, Allie. Thanks for that. Back to Doncic. Wood outside. Pass to O'Connor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is. And Christian Wood moving here to the Mavs over the summer. Now, the Mavs knew they wanted more size, so they sent a number of players in exchange, but they got a deadly weapon to help them this season.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second. Back to Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. The layup off target. It's deflected.
And that's a relentless effort from Dort. Just a great physical defender.
It's Giddey on the wing. Doncic pulls down the board. The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Outside Irving. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. O'Connor. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Giddey. Dort outside. Floats one. And that's 2 points on the layup. So Dort's got 10 points in the game.
Dort showing a little bit of touch there and gets aggressive off the dribble.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks. In his rookie season, Grant, Giddey opened up a lot of eyes. Certainly with his playmaking, but also with his rebound.
Oh, B.A. He averaged.
Substitution on the court.
Doncic with it. Back to Irving. Launches it. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Well, the touch that Kyrie has from the perimeter, so lethal from that area on the floor.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Christian Wood. Then it's Reggie Bullock. And it's Big Daddy in at the 3, the small forward. Clock at 4. Pass to Joe. 13 feet out. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's O'Connor. The Thunder pull it in.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
No good with a jumper from the wing. The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Dort just keeps getting better. He's the guy who comes at you with some tenacity.
For your Thunder, Lucas Dort. 2 shots.
That's good from Dort. So you talk about Lou Dort. What has he done to become more comfortable, Brent?
Well, I think the challenge was there in front of him, B.A. He had that playoff appearance where he was unguarded, and he's proving not to other people but to himself that he's capable of knocking down shots from that kind of range.
Here's O'Connor. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
And you know, B.A., even with the game well in control, he's going right at the rim. I love it.
Outside Giddey. Plenty of space. Doncic pulls down the board. Doncic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Well, the naming of the NBA's 75th anniversary team was a fun event last season. That sparked plenty of conversation, Brent.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see how it is the NBA settled on 75. So many memorable players throughout the decades. But I really enjoyed the event. I really enjoyed seeing all of those players once again getting together to be celebrated for all of their accomplishments and for building the foundation of what the NBA is today.
And he drops a first. And this Mavericks team, Grant, they are loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Pass to Pokashevsky from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. He takes it in. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
Few guys distribute better than Doncic. He's got good instincts for when and where to send the ball.
1 shot.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, confidence grows, you win that turnover battle.
Giddey finds Dort. Outside Giddey. To halt the run. Wood grabs the board. Wood's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside Irving. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Boy, viewership numbers are on the rise. NBA business is booming. I guess it's a good time to own a piece, eh, Grant?
Hey, B.A., you said it best. The league is in great shape. We have great leadership, talent. It's an exciting time, and I think the league has more growth globally in the years to come.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
And the Thunder making a change here. Williams is checked in, and you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
Yeah, so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot, no good. Good D by Doncic. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Oh, there's the alley! And Wood with the stuff.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Pass to Pokashevsky. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Williams, high post. The Thunder with another miss.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Here's O'Connor over Dort. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Mavericks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And it was a team effort tonight, collecting their 39th victory of the year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Luka Doncic.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make. And you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic. He has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
The first one falls.
And when we talk about franchise players,
and so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.